Hi. We had our meeting earlier today, but I forgot to click record, so we're gonna do it again. Right? So I'm gonna walk you through some of the things that you need. So first, let me show you my computer screen. Okay, so our learning management system is Canvas, which is at canvas.cccd.edu. Now, however, if cccd.edu is down, and it's down at least once a month for maintenance, and sometimes it's down for, by mistakes. So you want to know about the second way of getting here, which is coastdistrict.instructure.com. So Instructure is the company that creates and runs Canvas. So their computer is hardly ever down. I think it was down only once in the last 5 or 6 years when the whole Amazon cloud went down. So other than that, Instructure is going to be up almost all the time, practically all the time. So you want to do that. You want to know this URL so you can access it when our cccd.edu is down. Okay, so coastdistrict.instructure.com, and once you go there, you log in. I'm already logged in. You log in like using the same username and password as your Coastline, everything else, your Coastline email, your the registration system. So you log in, you should see this class right here. Okay, so that's our class. So you click on that. All right, now let's go through a few things. Well, you can always click on start here at the bottom and just go through the process. I'm sort of gonna jump around a little bit. Okay, I want to show you places you should go every time you get on Canvas. First, you should always look at announcements, because I send out a lot of announcements. Some of them show up on your email, some of them may not, depending on how you set up your Canvas. So right now, there are 2 announcements on there. One is on MyLab. Sometimes they have a session ended or your session has expired kind of error message. So this announcement shows you how to get out of that. The second one you want to click on all the time is Syllabus, because first of all the pages of syllabus are here. So if you need to look up something in the syllabus, it's here. But right below that are all the assignments with all the deadlines. So today is Wednesday, January 2nd. You want to know what's due, just go here and you know what's due today. Now, as you know from reading the syllabus, deadlines are soft. Deadline for quizzes and homework are soft in the sense that you can do it later. Okay, no penalty, just do it later. Don't need to ask for my permission, just go ahead and do it. Right? But because we're going 4 times faster than a regular semester, you don't want to be behind. Okay, if there's something that's due, do it. Okay, if you're going to be behind by a few hours, instead of get it done by midnight, you get it done at 2 a.m., fine. Or at most the next day, right? Like the next afternoon or something. But don't fall behind by any more than 1 day in this class, right? So syllabus, you want to go there because all the assignments are there in chronological order and they got dates and everything. Okay, the next place you want to go to all the time is discussions. So announcements, syllabus, and discussions are the 3 places you want to go to all the time, because this mathematical participation counts for 8% of the grade in this class. You can see here that reflection 1, reflection 2, 3, 4 are part of the discussion board. They're graded separately, okay? The 8% are separate, the reflections are separate. So make sure you read the syllabus on the what it takes to earn the 8% participation points. 8% is a lot, by the way. It brings you from a low B to an A. It brings you from a low D to a C. So 8% counts for a lot. Make sure, if all else fails, just make sure you get all these points in because it makes a big difference. All right, so that's the general introduction to what's on Canvas and what you should look at when you're on Canvas. Now I want to show you how to do the student learning contract. So click on quizzes. Then there are these two things, okay? The word quiz on Canvas is a little misleading because our quizzes don't show up here. So it's kind of sad. So I had to call it chapter test. But they're really just quizzes. So let's click on student learning contract. During this regular semester, I made it a proctoral assignments. You really don't need it now. Okay, take the survey. And read through all of these statements. Make sure you can agree to them. And down here, select agree and click submit quiz. Okay, so make sure you read all of these. Okay, click pause on the video, read all of these, assign agreements 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way through 16. Click on this pull down menu and click on agree and then click on submit quiz. Right? I'm not going to do it because I'm not a student, so I'm not going to do it. But that's something you should do. Okay. All right, so once you're done with that, you should have a page that says your survey has been submitted. Now I want to show you the syllabus quiz. So click on quizzes again and click on syllabus quiz remotely proctored. Unless you download Proctorio already, this is what should show up. Extension is required, click here, so go ahead and click here. You have to use Google Chrome. You install the Chrome extension, Proctorio extension, and you're done. Now, in order to do this assignments, you have to have your ID because it'll check your ID. Okay, on the webcam, so you have to have your webcam on, you have to bring your ID with you, etc. So make sure you're ready before you do this. Don't just go ahead and do it now. Right? So I'm not going to do it because I'm not a student. So I'm not going to do it. I'm going to close out of that. And if you can do it now, click pause on the video and do it and then come back to the video. All right. I want to show you the next thing. The next thing is MyLab and mastering. MyLab and mastering, you only need to do it once. And after that, you can go straight to your assignment using syllabus. So MyLab and mastering, click on the yellow open MyLab and mastering. And I already logged in, that's why it goes directly here. But you should see a page that has a login. If you've ever used Mymathlab before, you log in. If you've never used Mymathlab or my Spanish lab, my bio lab, my chem lab, if you've never had a Pearson account before, then you register, okay? At some point, you end up with a page like you see on the screen right now. If you have an access code, you can use it. Or you can pay for it. But I want to point you to this line down here that says get temporary access without payment for 14 days. That's the one you want to click on. Okay, even if you already purchased an access, you may want to save it for next semester if you decide to drop this class, right? So you may want to save that for next semester. If you haven't purchased and this is your chance to use MyLab for 14 days without paying, that would get you temporary access for 14 days. But you know, in this class, 14 days is a lot of assignments. Some of you will probably be able to finish all the assignments in 14 days. Or not. I don't think you will actually. But some of you, especially if you're a repeater or something, you probably can, right? So then you save $100. So that's the MyMathLab. Once you have registered, then you will be able to click on the assignments directly from Syllabus. Okay? You click on it directly and you go there. Right now, if I click, it won't go there because I haven't finished my registration. Yeah. All right. So we've gone through Canvas. We talked about the student learning contract. I've showed you how to do the syllabus quiz. Downloading portfolio and MyMathLab. Okay. Now let's move on to the discussion board. On the discussion board, there are two things you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do the bio. There are 32 people who already did that. And then you're supposed to do reflection. So you can answer it directly here, or when you're at the syllabus, and the reflection is due on Saturday, January 5th, just go ahead and click on that. And it'll take you to the reflection and your answer. Okay, so you can reply directly in discussion, or you can reply here. All right. Okay, so there were some questions about the exam. So let me go there and let me show you. First of all, for the final exam, you must score more than 50% in order to pass the class. Okay, if you score less than 50%, you get an automatic F, regardless of how well you did everything else. So don't blow off the final exam. On the other hand, if you somehow scored really low on the midterm, but you feel like that was a mistake, you should have scored better, and you decide not to drop the class, you can make sure you satisfy the requirements for you can make sure you satisfy the requirements for let me get there. Yeah, right here. Okay, meet all the requirements for discussion board participation and get at least 82% on the final exam, then you get an automatic pass. So that's about the grading of the midterm and final. Now about taking the midterm and final, there are 3 places you could be taking it. You could take it with me. So it's at this link right here. It'll show the testing time when you take it, and I will be the proctor, and you'll be at Coastline College. You could be taking it, if you're local, nearby, but you can't make that particular date and time, you could take it with the Coastline Assessment Center. Now, they're only open Monday through Friday, so it may not be the best thing for you. If you cannot either make it to my exam or to the assessment center Monday through Friday, you want to do this second choice, distance learning proctor. You arrange for a certified proctor and get the paperwork done right away so that the test can be mailed out to the proctors. and then you arrange your own time with them. So you click on that. These are all the requirements, and the form is here. And who qualifies to be a proctor? A teacher, testing coordinator, librarian, or administrator at, check this out, community college, university, secondary school. Secondary school means high school, okay? Middle school, intermediate school, junior high school, any of those don't count, okay? I've had students having to jump through so many loops because they couldn't show that the proctor is teaching at a high school, because the proctor is a high school teacher, but the Coastline couldn't verify that they're teaching high school. Their email address is for the entire school district, which includes middle school and elementary school. So they couldn't tell from the email address. They couldn't find the teacher's name on the website of the high school. So many hoops to jump through just to prove that that person is a high school teacher. So I would suggest that you get the jump ahead very early on this process if you think that you're going to take your exam this way. Okay, so it saves a lot of heartache afterwards, right? So those are the things we were talking about during our meeting earlier today. So if you have any other questions, just ask on the discussion board on Canvas, right? Okay, bye. I'm gonna stop the whole thing now. Bye.